Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Ty, now in HD. I just picked up a flip slide camcorder, and from now on the videos you see from me, for the most part, are going to be recorded on this. I might do a few on my Android if it's something real quick to just get it up on YouTube. But yeah, so from now on you'll see my videos in hopefully much better quality. Alright, now on to what we're here to look at. Back in the early days of the arcade, the late 70s and early 80s, the home console selection was pretty slim. And if you're like me, I didn't even have a 2600 at the time. My older brother had an Atari 400, and then a few years later he got an Apple IIc. And that was it for gaming at home, unless I had something along the lines of what these are right here. What you're looking at here is a Tomytronic Pac Man. And now, a lot of people are probably familiar with the ColecoVision Pac Man game, and this one's less known. It's similar in its design. It's one of those cathode tube displayed games, and I just want to go over it real quickly to show it to you. It's got a really neat design. It kind of looks like a spaceship, kind of like a spaceship Pac Man might fly around in, and it's yeah, it's got instructions on the bottom here. It takes 4 C batteries. Got some cheap dollar store heavy-duty batteries in there. Don't need to use alkalines in these things, unlike things made today. This is made in Japan. Really well build quality. You've got the 4 directions here. You got up, down, left, right. You've got a setting for amateur and pro there for the different difficulty. And this is the on-off switch. So what we're going to do is just get a little bit closer here so you can see the game. And let's take a look. And let's zoom in a little bit there, maybe. And we can zoom in. Okay, so you see Pac Man down the bottom there. He eats the dots. Gotta avoid the ghosts, obviously. Where are they gonna go? Now I got the... Oh, look at that. I ate a guy with my back. Fun game, though. Back when I was a kid, I actually would take this in the summertime to the swimming pool. We'd go to the town pool, and you know, I'd go swimming, and then there would be at an adults-only swim time, and during that time, you had to have something to do. I mean, I suppose you could read a book, but for me it was playing Pac Man. There you go, first level done. So there it is. Okay, so now let's move on to the next game. And this one is just a ton of fun. I'm going to back up again here. Take off the zoom. Okay. This is called the Entex Galaxian 2. Now, it's not called Galaxian 2 because of it being a sequel. It's just called Galaxian 2 because it's a 2-player game. You have the second player plays as the aliens from Galaxian, and the first player plays as the hero ship, whatever you want to call it. This is by Entax, and a lot of people know the Entax 4. I can't remember the name of the system right now. It's always hard to remember. It's so difficult. I can't remember what it is, but it's the one that uses a mirror. It's kind of like a Virtual Boy in the way it works. The best way to I'll just show you here. You have the first player. You have a fire button, left and right. You have the power switch, which has sound or mute. And then here on the alien side, you have the fire button. You can move all 4 directions. You have a skill level 1 and 2 selection. 2-player mode, 1-player mode, where the aliens are controlled by the computer. Demo mode, which just demos the gameplay. I think there's some hidden thing you do too. If you hold down the buttons, it does something special. I forget what it is. But again, this one runs on 4 C batteries, has instructions. Again, both of them have a a external power jack on here. And I'm just going to give you a little demonstration of this game running. So right now it's in 2-player mode. Let's see here, can I can't seem to get a good focus on this, but the graphics are really quite good. And I'm having a hard time. I had to clean this up before the, there we go, go right and left. But you see that the ship's moving back and forth, and that's, right now it's in 2-player mode. I can switch it while it's playing into 1-player mode. I'm having a hard time moving right. There we go. Now I'm going to switch it back to 2-player mode just to show you. So from the 2nd-player mode, you can't control all the ships. You have to press the fire button first to launch a ship, and then you can move it around. You can fire multiple shots at once, unlike the player 1 ship can only fire one at a time. This one can be a continuous stream of bullets, and you can also do a suicide run. So now, let's show you what happens when you die. Now this game is a ton of fun when you're playing 2 players. It's one of the first really good 2-player home games like this. I mean, this is what got me into my love of Galaga, Galaxian, Ga Plus, Galaga 88. But I mean, I also played these games in the arcade back when I was a kid. But this is really very influential game to me. If you ever a chance to pick one up, I mean, I see these things all the time selling for almost nothing. So if you're a collector like I am, you might actually want to pick one of these up. And that's it for this video. So, again, just to show you, Pac Man, Galaxian 2. I actually had a Coleco Ms. Pac Man when I was a kid as well. But for some reason, I felt the urge to take it apart and figure out how it worked. And in the process, I broke it. So that's a very sad story for me to tell. But I did break quite a few things I had, just learning, just to figure out how they work. But nowadays I know how a lot of things work, so I guess that paid off a little bit. But at the same time, I still wish I had that Ms. Pac Man. And they don't sell for cheap now. I'm trying to buy one used. Okay, everybody, thank you, and come back and watch some more videos.